Welcome to Red V TV as we continue our build-up to the 2023 Super League season. It is game day this evening at the Totally Wicked Stadium for Mark Percival's testimonial against Widnes Vikings. But something more important firstly, Kev, because it's 22 days to go, which means it's time for our number 22.
It's Sam Royle, and Sam is proudly sponsored by Callisto, independent financial planners helping the people of St Helens and Liverpool live the life they want in retirement.
I will be on the phone to Callisto first thing on Monday morning to find out how they can help me live in Barbados when I retire at 45.
Hey, you might be able to.
Right, first question. Who chinned Sam Royle?
I know the answer to that.
Go on then, Kevin.
It was Tommy Makinson's head. In training.
That's a bit out of order, isn't it?
I'm led to believe anyway that it's Tommy Makinson who was spoiled Sam Royle's school year pictures for this year.
Is this a big year for Sam in his development? Obviously he's 22, he's 23 in February. Is this the year that Sam has to kick on and be gaining a first team shirt? Obviously with younger players coming up behind, is it, I don't want to say make or break year for him at St Helens, but he needs to be making more appearances in the first team.
I think that's exactly what he's going to be aiming for. Like you, I wouldn't necessarily go as far as make or break, but it's definitely a big year for him. He needs to start cementing himself as a definite in that 21-man squad. He needs to start getting himself on the bench and getting himself some good minutes as well. He's been away from the club, spent time at Hull KR last year. And got minutes over there. Came back and probably didn't play as much as he would have liked when he came back. It is a big year for the lad. Players develop at different stages, different ages. It looks like he's put a little bit more size on, which is good. Allows him to kind of carry the ball in. I'm not saying he didn't carry it in tough, but with that extra size, it'll be a little bit easier for him carrying that ball in. And yeah, he's going to be looking at and making sure that he is involved in that match day squad.
Yeah, there's no doubting Sam's leadership qualities, is there? He's obviously captained the club at every level, including first team. I think he was the captain in that scratch side that played at Castleford last season. He has been given a new one-year deal for this year. Christian Wolf, our former coach, when he signed that contract, said we were really happy to keep Sam with us. He was such a good person and trainer. He's extremely intelligent. I think he's got a fancy degree as well, hasn't he? And his work ethic is why he's got to where he is today. He understands the game. He's progressed through the Saints system, and he has worked his way into the first team squad, which is a great reward for him. And if you can just imagine that being said in Christian Wolf's lovely tones, that will be much appreciated.
What, rather than yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Listen, from the head coach to say all that about Sam shows that he's well respected and well thought of around the club. I think we've said it a couple of times with different players. It's now in their hands. They've got to go out there, and when they get that chance, take it. It's not on anybody else now. Yeah, they've got to have the luck of getting that chance, but it's all on them.
Obviously, when I was saying Sam's 23 in a couple of weeks' time, is it slightly harder to judge the players in that sort of age group because they missed so much of their development over the last couple of years due to COVID and the seasons being shortened and reduced? And those years between 19 and 21 are really key development years to get into the first team. So are the likes of Sam Royle and that playing a little bit of catch up because of COVID?
Yeah, and that might be, as I say, about players coming through at different ages and different stages of kind of their development, that could be a massive thing. I think it's a very good point to, there, Dave. I think.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It needs every so often you come up with one, so it's nice to acknowledge it. And it could be that, you know what, if we'd have been kind of 12 months, that 24 months hadn't have been lost, he may well be a first team player now. And part of that leadership group that people speak about, they say he's captained us through the age groups, he's captained the first team. He seems like someone who commands respect. Let's hope he can command a place in the first team.
Yeah. Listen, we've talked about some of the younger lads going out on dual reg and going to lower league, Championship League One to get some game time experience. I think if Sam isn't playing in our first team this season, it'll be a similar route to last year where he's getting loaned out to half decent Super League sides, so the likes of Hull KR, etc., and not Warrington.
Yeah, that's it. You say half decent. I go with decent for Hull KR. A good rugby playing team, an entertaining team to watch. That's what we want to be as well. So it's not like he's going somewhere where he's being told just to stick the ball up his jumper and take the drives in. He's going to a team with good ethics there. I see you as right. Listen, it wouldn't surprise me if he did, like if he went out on dual reg, but that's not his aim this year. He shouldn't be looking at playing anywhere else but at Saints, giving himself that best chance. He may need it for a bit of match sharpness, going out here and there, or if he isn't getting a look in and we're quite healthy, he can potentially go out somewhere like a Hull KR or someone like that. But his aim needs to be pulling on that Saint shirt rather than anybody else's this year.
And I almost feel like Paul Wellens and the club need to give him that game time in a jersey just to demonstrate of exactly where he's at. And listen, we know shirts don't get given out on sentiment at this club. You have to earn your spot in that 17.
Yeah.
But if he's training hard and training well, I'd like to see him get a fair amount of games. So and a run of games as well, not just the odd one. Just so we can see where he's at.
Well, that's it. Not to write him off for playing over in Australia. You'd imagine he wouldn't be, if we could name our first 17, he wouldn't necessarily be in that. But when we come back and we've got a game against Castleford coming up, and then we've got the week after where we may end up just switching the team around a little bit, tinkering with a couple of players who might just have a little bit of a knock or a little bit of a strain and getting them back to full fitness, that might be his chance that he takes hold of and he turns around and says, I'm not letting go of this.
Absolutely. Right. That's our number 22, Sam Royle, done and dusted. We are now off to the Totally Wicked Stadium for tonight's testimonial game. And if you're watching this after that game, we've been to that testimonial game and it was freezing and Widnes won. We'll see. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And we'll catch you over the weekend as we continue our build-up to the 2023 Super League season. Catch you soon.